It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? The weekend is here. Yes, as you can read the sign in the back, it's the Geno Jones Show now. I come to you live. Listen to me, hear me, all right? Monday through Friday, live, right here. You can join the conversation. You can start a debate, a conversation. You want to get into an argument, whatever. You agree, you just want me to say hi and tell your mama and your grandmama hi, or your hairstylist, your braider, your twister, your locker, interlocker, all the barbers out there, maybe getting your nails, your tours done, whatever. Watching it work, second shifters, third shifters, wherever you are. Maybe you're sitting in the airport, at your gate, waiting on your flight. Wherever you are watching the Geno Jones Show, to quote Heavy D, rest in peace. Got nothing but love for you, baby. I got nothing but love for you, mama. Monday through Friday, live, Live, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Shout out Chicago, 5:30, Memphis, Tennessee, Houston, Texas, New Orleans, 5:30, Birmingham, Alabama. Okay, West Coast, Los Angeles, Oakland, San Francisco, Bay Area, up in Portland, Seattle, Washington, Portland, Oregon. Shout out to my firstborn daughter, Lauren Hill Vaughn, and my son-in-law, Jonathan, and Brooklyn, the Bulldog, 3:30 p.m. So now listen up. Thank you, everyone that is supporting Geno Media, LLC, my media company. We need more black-owned media. So I'm already a YouTube, I think it's called like a YouTube partner. They have different levels, right? Okay, so I have a new goal, a new subscription goal, 1,000 new, in addition to the over 600, nearly 700 subscribers that I have right now in less than 4 years. So tell everybody, or as Nelly would say, tell everybody, your cousin, Mama and them, Pookie, Lil Man, Peanut, Ray, all them dudes, Lil Man, Shaniqua, the whole crew, all your family, the ratchet ones, the bougie ones, and all the ones in between, the ones with money, the ones that ain't got money, broke, I don't really care. Tell them all to subscribe to the Geno Jones Show. Spread the word like a good virus so I can get that Club Shay Shannon Sharp YouTube bag, if you know what I am saying. Geno with an E, that's how you spell it. Subscribe. Now, screen grab, that means rip some of the video, chop it up, make it go viral. All my Gen Zers and my millennials, y'all know how to chop that up and do it. Grab about 30 seconds, 25 seconds, 10 seconds, let's make it go viral. Like my Gen X's, we like it a little longer, so it can be like, 5 minutes or the whole damn show. I don't really care how you do it. It is all yours. So subscribe, screen grab, or rip some of the video. Leave your comments in the comment section. Join the conversation when I'm on camera live in my chat room. Subscribe, share, screen grab, rip the video, like, and binge watch all my back episodes. Make it a Geno Jones Show binge watch weekend. Speaking of the weekend, we got a lot going on. So the Summer Games, the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris, have begun. Shout out to LeBron James and Coco Gauff. Coco Gauff, the youngest flag bearer. So when all the athletes come walking in the stadium, so, they'll say, the United States of America. And the athletes come in and they got their cool blazers on. It's got USA on it. And like the flag bearers, they have on a white blazer. So Coco Gauff, the youngest flag bearer for the Team USA, for all the teams, repping this Team USA, every sport. At 20, LeBron James, 39, one of the older ones. So shout out to Team USA basketball men. They play Sunday, Serbia. All right, Captain America, LeBron James. AD, y'all, get your ish together. All right, y'all exhibition. Do like the women. The women didn't give a damn. Exhibition, practice, scrimmage, your mama on the court. They didn't give a damn. They was spanking that ass. They was like, look, we come to play. So fellas, I'm gonna need you to do like the sisters did and put your foot down, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm looking forward to the Olympics. So in between binge watching, you can check out, as a matter of fact, binge watch and then go, and because you'll be able to see the Olympics. They got it like on all kind of channels happening this weekend. But what a week it has been. Oh my God. First, there's been a tragedy, so I want to get this. I want to say this up top. There's a woman named Sonia Massey. Say her name. Hashtag justice for Sonia Massey, a 36-year-old mother of 2 African-American women. And I've said this 100,000 times on this show. The most unprotected, disrespected, neglected person in America, I'll say on the planet, is a black woman, unfortunately. And unfortunately, I'm proven right. Here's another case, Sonia Massey, 36-year-old mother of 2, diminutive means small, 5'1", about 155 pounds, unarmed, calls the police because she thought she heard a prowler in Springfield, Illinois, which is about 200 miles southwest of Chicago. So this cop, and I'm using that term loosely because I'm calling him an agent of Satan, demonic spirit, 6'5" and 260 pounds, named Sean Grayson, executes this woman, shoots her 3 times, shoots her virtually right under, almost through her eye. He kills her, charged with murder. Justice for Sonia Massey, because Sonia Massey should be alive watching the Geno Jones Show right now. Now to pivot, make a hard pivot to some great news. Shout out to President Joe Biden. There's a whole lot of folks were hating on him, including people in his own party. But for the most powerful man on the planet to walk away from that power and to talk about all the things he gave his address earlier in the week. I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday night. And he talked about all the things that he's accomplished. And I've talked about him on this show. Kelia Karson and I have talked about him on this show so much. And he went down a list of many of them. He didn't even have time to mention everything, all the reduction in student loan debt, just saving America in terms of making sure that we dealt with COVID. I could go on. And he said that he loves this job. He said, I love this job, but I love my country more. So to walk away from that and to open the door for Vice President Kamala Harris, and it's Kamala, think Kamala, not Camilla, not Kamala, because some of y'all be on some racist bullshit with that Kamala, and because you know how to pronounce her name. Yeah, you sit on TV and read a damn teleprompter. I know you know how to pronounce her name if you wanted to, because I know how newsrooms work. The writers, they write stories, and a lot of times with names, they'll spell them phonetically. So you know how to pronounce the woman's name. So put some respect on her name. If you can't put some respect on her name, then keep her name out of your damn mouth. I said it, and I meant it, and I meant it, and I said it. Speak it into existence, President-elect Kamala Harris. Name it and claim it. Speaking of naming her and claiming her, ladies and gentlemen, the #1 co-host in the universe. I don't want to hear about nobody else. I don't want to hear about no Regis and Kathy. I don't give a damn. Howard Stern and Robin Quivers. I don't want to hear about no Shirley Strawberry and Steve Harvey or whoever, or his nephew or whoever. I don't want to hear none of them, because the #1 co-host on the planet, bam, is right there on camera. Beautifully melanated queen. Got her twisted up there. Am I gonna get it right?
Well, my locks, yeah.
Okay.
My locks are twisted.
There you go. Okay, come on now. There you go. And she has a special glow because, boy, them Zeta Queens was on fire this week. Come on.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Keith. Say it with your full chest. Y'all had the president-elect in the house.
Yeah, and she speaking at our boule. So, I mean,
and Keith, do me a favor. So for those who may not know, there's some folks who are not part of or never got in a Divine Nine. Now, I never joined the fraternity, but I've always worked with and have so much respect for the entire Divine Nine. So explain to our viewers what a boule is.
So a boule is basically another word for a conference, right? A meeting, more specifically, where you do the business of Zeta or the business of your sorority, For the gentlemen on the fraternal side, they usually call it a conclave.
Yes, I heard
But
that. Okay.
but for the sororities of the Divine Nine, we call it our boule.
I like that. That's a French name. What's the well? I know boule is French.
So it's
Is,
meeting. It's just
oh,
meeting.
that's what that word means in French. A
Yes,
meeting,
it's just
boule.
a
Okay.
gathering, a meeting.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
But specifically, I say meeting because it is specifically to handle the business of the sorority.
Gotcha.
You understand? It's not let's just get together and dance and hustle and
She like
no.
Yeah, this is not like the Essence Festival after party.
Right,
We
right.
conducting now. We good with that. We'll go to the
Right.
Essence, but at the boule, it's about business.
That's right. It is about voting in our electoral staff, our committees. It's about bylaws and changing things that we want to see changed for the coming year or coming 2 years, because we have boule every 2 years.
Okay.
So so it's the business. I mean, and it's heated. So a moment like Vice President Kamala Harris to kind of take some of that mood of the business and turn it into excitement is so nice. And we always have great performers to come out every year and perform for us as well. So it's a joyous occasion, but it's a business.
And shout out to your president. So, Key, have you had a chance?
Yes.
I'm sure you've had a chance to meet your president. I saw her on TV.
I have not met
Okay.
her as of yet, but many of my chapter members in Oak Park, Michigan have had a chance to meet. And we have spoken to her a number of times as a chapter. But individually, I have not met our president, international president, actually.
Shout her
So
name
that-
out. You go just shout her name
Oh,
out.
Stacey Grant.
Yes.
yes.
Yes. Isn't she a doctorate too? Does she have
Yes,
a doctorate?
yes.
Yes.
So Dr. Stacey Grant, yes.
All right. See,
Yes.
Dr. Grant, I put some respect on your name. I know how to do that. Listen, because y'all don't play, Key. Y'all will tap somebody on your shoulder. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, she's a doctor. Put some respect on her name.
And you now listen. And so if we were in an official capacity, I would have said doctor.
Oh, I know.
Grant.
I just
but
look. I ain't trying to have y'all blow me up, because Kelia, you could have told Geno, put some respect on doctor's
Right.
name. So
Yeah. but you are correct. And as a doctoral student, listen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dr. Karson. Well, I've been calling you Dr. Karson for a while.
And it's coming. So
So what's your doctorate going to be in?
Educational leadership.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Yes.
I told y'all she's bad. Media star. Now, Dr. Karson, too. Listen,
I know.
speaking of a black woman magic, because y'all really set the table, Key.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just let you elaborate. So, Sunday night, like as soon as President Biden said that he was going to step down,
Right.
then not even 30 minutes later, he endorsed Vice President Harris to be president, because that low 20 minutes, folks was like, well, is he going to endorse Kamala? Sometimes, can I just say this though? Sometimes some of y'all, because we had this conversation with Barack and Michelle, Key and I can talk. I get it. Some of y'all, don't. No, there's no one person that everybody rock and get down with, because some of y'all still be throwing shade at Barack, and he ain't perfect. But the point I'm trying to make, Key, is sometimes we need to just take a deep breath and just hold on for it, just a beat.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just hold, because there's something called strategy. There's
Yes.
a certain way things need to be done,
Yes.
but we get emotional. And look, I'm a Taurus, so I get that. I know about passion and emotion, but sometimes we just need to hold on before we get sideways with it. Just hold on and let everything unfold the way it was supposed to. And Barack and Michelle endorsed Vice President Harris.
Exactly.
It was beautiful on videotape. But the way you all set the table, President Biden, 1:45, says he's going to step down. Less than 30 minutes later, he said that he supports and endorses Vice President Kamala Harris. And then apparently, we talked about it Monday.
On Monday.
When you, and shout out to Crystal Matthews,
Yes.
AKA her pen name, Nicole Spencer, is the author.
Right.
This has been this meeting that's been going on for about 4 years, and you've been a part of
Yeah.
it, so you can explain it better than me.
Well, it's Win with Black Women. So, and it is basically a conference call, a Zoom call, if you will, just to discuss strategy, not just for, because right now it's taking center stage because of the presidential election. But this is a group that is dedicated to getting people elected, backing people in certain positions, no matter what it is. It could be at the state level, at the national level, so it's just about getting people in key places that are going to be beneficial to the agenda of Black women and women.
So, Keith, now, so these meetings have been going on for about 4 years,
Yeah.
right?
And it's usually about 500 on average. Well, since we've ramped up for the election,
But before
you're
that,
talking about 500.
Yeah, 500. And is it monthly, weekly? Or
No,
what?
it's well, now it's weekly.
Originally, was it what? Every
Monthly.
month?
Yes.
Every month. Okay.
But now, because you're in a general election,
I got you. So
you got to meet more often.
So from 500 to 45,000 plus on Sunday.
Right.
At least. And then I think y'all probably had some more that even jumped on because it got shut. You all were the first one to shut YouTube down. I mean, not YouTube. Zoom. You all were the first one to shut Zoom down because I tried to get into the meeting and it was like, nope, can't get in. We can't.
Well, I tried. It was hard for me to get in. It took a while.
Yes, that's right. So
it took many of us a while to get in because they had to just to really catch you up on what happened. They were planning on maybe a few thousand, right? Because of the announcement. But no one had a clue that women would be dialing in because once the information was passed along, we started sharing that information with all of our sister girlfriends and mothers and aunties and best friends and whatnot. And so that link got passed around the world. And the next thing you know, they had to call Zoom. No kidding. The president of Zoom to help get folks on.
So y'all had, because listen, I know they say the Karens / the white women of America are
we're
good
going to talk about we're going to talk about that in a minute.
Right. But so they say that the Karens are good about asking for the manager. But listen, y'all, if you haven't been raised or been around Black women, look, nobody will call if you piss them off. And look, Kelia would testify, I ain't got to speak for Black women, but growing up in a house full and then having 2 daughters and a wife, listen, nobody, if you get sideways with a sister when it comes to business, nobody will ask for the manager quicker than y'all will, Key.
Well, listen, and to all credit to Zoom, it wasn't because Zoom had an inferior product. It was because when you have large crowds like that, it's like the internet or having a website. You have to acquire the bandwidth in order to handle a lot of traffic, right? So the meeting wasn't initially set for the number of people that were trying to get in. So Zoom had to, en route, change that access, which is, for us, we think it's also simple. And on the back end, it requires a bit of work.
Yeah, see, they didn't expect for you sisters to come that hard. They
were
like, oh.
I mean, in a nutshell, you know how we say, now next time Zoom will know you got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
That's right. right. See, you didn't see if they were in the culture, if they grew up in the culture, they hey, look. No, you don't have to worry about me to get ready. I stay ready.
Right. So, but now the Win with Black women now knows, at least for now, they're probably going to have more women on those calls. And so we probably need to have more access, a larger meeting size access for Zoom.
So Sunday night, the sisters set the table.
Yes.
So the brothers, shout out to
Yep.
Makari Sellers, who's from South Carolina. Shout out
Yep.
to my man Roland Martin, who has his own media company, Black Star Media. Some other brothers said, the ones that drink beer said, hold on, sisters, hold my beer. And I said, hold on, sisters, hold my Perrier.
Perrier.
So Perrier, I'm going to invoice y'all. I need to be your influencer. You need me as your celebrity endorser. So the brothers represented, and I guess the final number was like 55,000 brothers.
Yeah.
Monday night.
Yeah.
Got on Zoom, did that thing. Oh, by the way,
and what was the dollar? What's the dollar amount?
That's where I'm going with it. Because first of all, shout out to the black women who in like 4 hours, you all raised like $1.5 million.
Yeah.
So then the brother said, hold my beer, hold my Perrier. Hold on, sisters, we got your back. So same thing, Monday raised about 1.5 million. Then the allies, the white sisters, said, well, wait, hold it. Hold our Starbucks, I should say.
Starbucks?
I'm screwing up my own joke. They said, hold my caramel macchiato from Starbucks, sisters. Here we come.
And clutch my pearl.
Yes, and clutch. So, Key, last night, they really shut down Zoom.
Yeah.
100, so I heard as about 160,000, and supposedly, or around there, another 30,000 on YouTube. I guess Zoom was like, look, we ain't got no more band.
Well, I think what happened is that because of black women, which, listen, it's no surprise, because we will be the lead horse, and that's figuratively speaking, so don't call and at us. The lead horse, black women, we stepped out there, right? And then black men came on, then white women followed. So in that chain, they had a few more days to prep and to have a different way to get people on, so that people, no matter what happens, that they're not going to have people waiting, trying to get on and miss opportunity. So they had more time to plan. But it's okay. I mean, I'm happy that they did, because again, when we know better, we do better.
So Key, they said, hold my Starbucks, hold my caramel macchiato. They raised last I heard was like 8.5 million.
Yeah. Now, and listen.
So I mean, I guess them white women must have. See, one thing, now let me just say this, and it's amazing, we are more different than alike. Now, I could imagine, I didn't grow up in a house full of white women, but I understand women. Like I said, my mother, my grandmother, my two sisters, the Mares, Allie and Boogie, and just the conversations when I was a little boy, hearing my grandmother and my mother talking to my sisters. Y'all always got some money. Sometimes they call it mad money that don't nobody know about.
Listen, there are women in influential positions, women who have money, women who can spend money and donate money for causes that they believe in. They are out there of all colors. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I would be a liar and I would be disingenuous to say that there are not white women out there with money.
Because we found out that they are. And Keith,
I mean, well, if you needed to find out, I don't know where you've been. That has been the case for time immemorial. So,
right, and for the whole the MAGA macho men, the misogynists and the sexists with the racism who fucked around and found out last night about these white women. They was like, oh, okay, really? What y'all doing? What?
Yeah, it's not comfortable. And it's not comfortable to know that they are purposefully labeling themselves as white women for Kamala.
They labeled them. And
Right.
Shout out to is it Shannon? Shannon, I can't remember her last name. She organized that call.
Oh, oh God.
And I
What
follow
was
her
her
on X. And
I forgot her last
yeah,
name, but
it'll come to me.
Yeah.
It's not Shannon Miller, but
no.
But shout out to Shannon,
Yeah.
our white sister, because she's an activist. I think she's like in this organization about moms against like gun violence against kids.
Mhm.
So she organized it. So Key and I doing our show prep.
Our recognizances.
Yes, doing our recognizances. And I am all in the meeting quietly.
No, we didn't. Listen, Geno and I, we talked the day before. And Geno said, Keila, did you see this? And I said, no, I haven't. So Geno shared the information with me. And I said, Geno, I said, I would love to be a fly on the wall because I want to understand the messaging. How will white women for Kamala Harris position themselves?
And
how will they talk to each other, and how will they encourage themselves to vote for Kamala? So I want to hear that messaging, right? And so I thought, I have got to be a fly on the wall of this conversation. And so Geno said, listen, I want to hear it too.
Because I want to hear their perspective. And
right.
I knew it was a setting to where we would get a chance to see and hear how they really feel and think.
Exactly.
They feel comfortable because they're talking among themselves. And but they didn't give a damn about it because they was calling out the MAGA men. They didn't care. They was
sure were.
They were.
And I'm not, in my comments, I'm not going to mention any names because I want to respect that safe space. But there were a few things that, one key comment that jumped out at me like, and I thought, oh my God, yes. So one of the speakers, I won't mention her name, she said, listen, she used to be scared of her shadow. And her good friend that's a part of this organization, she would watch her and how brave she was. And so she decided as a white woman, she had to stop being so scared. And she wanted to say, and I'm kind of summing this up, she wanted to say to other white women, you've got to stop being so scared. And I was like, let me tell you something. Because Black women have not had an opportunity, at least on this soil in America, to be scared.
What did Malcolm X say, Key? The most unprotected,
that's right,
disrespected, neglected person in America is a Black woman.
And so, because of that, we have been, and I just mean this as a group, because I'm sure there are individuals who are scared of their own okay, whatever. But I mean, as a whole, Black women have not had the opportunity.
They had the luxury
of sitting back and being scared. We had to go and chop down the boogeyman, stare down the threat, meet it head to head. We had to do what we had to do. Raise the kids, help our husbands, till the land, help pay the bills. We just whatever we had to do, we had to do.
Key, Sophia in The Color Purple,
absolutely,
Oprah said it best. She said, I've been fighting, I'm paraphrasing,
all my life.
I've been fighting all my life.
All my life I had to fight. So,
which is true. Yeah.
Right. So when you fast forward to 2024 and you hear a Caucasian woman say, we as white women have to stop being so scared, I went, oh, yes, I know what because Black women have looked at white women and almost like an enigma, and just like they're looking at us like an enigma. We're like, why are you so scared? And they're like, why are you so tough and rough and scary? You know, we like, why you so scared? And they like, why you so scary? You know, so it really kind of gave perspective in a gentle way, in a safe way, to this thing between Black women and white women. But what she said is, we got to stop. We can't continue to be so scared that we would hurt ourselves, so scared to stand up against men who objectify us as just like they do Black women. Because she said the same things that happen to them happen to us. She said we just don't speak up. And she said we can't do that no more. She said, so she mustered up the strength and said, I'm getting into the fight. And I just respected her so much for saying that. And I respected the women who came on and chimed in with her, said, I am like you and I'm out here too. Or the others who said, hey, I'm like Black sisters. I ain't never scared.
Right.
I mean,
and
because
and somebody who
it
had
takes
that
all of us.
energy. Now I can name check her because she's been all on TV. Pink, as a matter of
Okay.
fact. So I'm
No,
dozing.
I just,
I'm
like to
going in and
respect
out of sleep because I literally had it on my phone and I'm dozing off. The mayor's came and woke me up. But I had it on and I woke up one time. So I woke up one time and I heard one of your senators,
Slotkin.
Alyssa Slotkin. And then I woke up and I heard Pink.
Yeah, Pink.
Pink was going in. She was like, I don't know if you heard Pink, but I heard her in real time. She was going in.
Yeah, I mean, listen, and Pink is a millennial.
Yes.
And millennials are not having it.
Millennials and Gen Zs, they ain't having it.
Yeah, millennials and Gen Zs, they're not having it. So I thought it was so cool to have someone like Pink to help speak to that, because you had all these generations.
Yes,
you had
did.
Right, you had the all the way from baby boom to
greatest
the
generation,
Gen Z.
baby boomers,
Right.
Gen X's,
Right.
millennials, Gen Zs.
Yep, and to work so that we could work together, but understanding that at the end of the day, that we're all in this together. We may be at different phases of life, and so a Donald Trump presidency would affect us in different ways. But at the end of the day, we are women, and whether a policy like the overturning Roe v. Wade affects me or my daughter, because I'm not having any more children, but that affects my daughter, my grandchild, if I should have one.
My niece.
So yes.
My girlfriend or my soror's daughter or granddaughter.
That's right. So we're
your
all
goddaughters.
Exactly. So it was so nice to just hear white women say, no, 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 no. We are all being screwed by whatever is in this Project 2025. And that's my next thing. One of the most sober things that I have heard about Project 2025, other than things you have said, is this, Geno. One of the speakers said, what is scary about Project 2025 is not just its rhetoric. She said, you see, in 2016, whenever Trump came in.
2016,
right?
Yep.
She said Trump was as shocked as anybody that he won.
Yeah.
So he came in unprepared.
Him and his whole team had expected to lose.
Right. They didn't have crap together.
They were down in the polls really to the last couple days.
And they had been fake. You know, you say fake it till you make it. They were faking it, didn't have any real policy plans, any real way of getting to the rhetoric that they were spewing on the stump whenever they did spew anything that made sense other than hate. So they didn't have a plan. She said, here's what's scary. She said, so they got caught off guard. She said, what Project 2025 shows us is that they're not going to get caught off guard again. If Donald Trump gets back in, now they got a roadmap of where they want to go. Yep. And I was like, And And that, I was looking at the chat when she said that resonated with the women. Like, you know what? Didn't even think about that. And I thought about not necessarily the 2025 connection, but just that if he gets back in office, he ain't gonna make the same mistakes that he did the first time. So we cannot let this man back into the White House.
Because
period.
the misogynists and the sexists and the racists around him who are really just propping him up. He's just like their avatar. They don't give a damn about him. All they need for him is just to sign the legislation. They've already, as a matter of fact, it's already written in Project 2025.
Yep.
And
all they got to do is pluck it out and put it where it need to go and pass it, and or pin it. It depends on what it is. Some things he can just sign.
Right. I mean, either through executive order, because now the Supreme Court said that the president has total immunity when it comes to official acts. So
That's
that means
right.
Whatever he wanted to be. Farting in somebody's face could be an official act.
Listen, he said,
he said,
what did he say during his first term? He can stand out in the middle of
Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody
or
and get
Fifth
away
Avenue
with it.
and shoot somebody.
He can say that was an official
Now
act.
he can actually do it and
So-
say, they looked at me wrong. I don't.
It's an official act. But so, Keith, a couple things let me say
Yeah.
real quick. See, what really set this off was the Dobbs decision, which basically reversed Roe versus Wade. It didn't, and I saw it coming, because you and I have been talking about this, but it didn't really hit initially. But when you see all these stories about white women and black women, Hispanic women, Asian women, Native American women, but when you see these suburban swing voter white women, millennials, Gen Z or some Gen Xers, talked about how either they nearly lost their life, bled to death, or they had a friend or somebody that did lose her life because they went to a hospital and the hospital wouldn't treat them, or the doctor said, well, you're not sick enough. So literally almost had to literally bleed out on the emergency room floor or be flown to another state. What I said, I initially I would say half joking, because there's some truth to every joke. But when they reversed Roe versus Wade, because I'm here in South Carolina, they already had the law, the 6-week abortion ban. Kelia was not only was it was already passed through the State House and the State Senate, and the governor had it in his drawer. And as soon as the Supreme Court made that decision, he just pulled that joint out of that drawer. He pulled that bitch out and signed it. And DeSantis did it in Florida. I call him Governor Hot Wheels in Texas. I'm wrong for that joke, but I don't give a damn. He deserved it. But the point I was making, I was like, now white women are going to understand. They're going to know how black women have felt all their life. Because for so long, remember, in 2020, 55% of white women voted for a dude.
No, that's right. I mean,
for a dude who had said 4 years earlier, you can sexually assault a woman.
Yeah,
like you can grab them by the pussy and get away with it. And they still.
I don't know what the disconnect was then. I really don't. But I say to our white sisters, welcome to the party now.
Yep.
I don't know what you were thinking then, but I am glad to have you on our side now.
Yes, and I am too. But here's my take, and I said it on this show. Kid and I talked about it on camera and off camera. And this is not an indictment to our white sisters out there, to those Karens, but for so long, there were a significant number of white women. And I've heard white women admit it, and some did. So they admitted it. They may not have used the phrase and the words that I'm about to use, but admitted it last night. For so long, a significant number of white women, they grew comfortable to their proximity to power and whiteness that they never thought. They felt that whiteness that they had in common with their men and husbands and all that would somehow protect them from that patriarchy, misogyny, and sexism. But when MAGA came through, the MAGA, macho men and Hulk Hogan's old ass ripping and all that, Kid Rock, all that really talking about toxic masculinity, it came to his head, and they realized, oh, wait a minute. My whiteness ain't gonna protect me from this misogyny, sexism, and patriarchy.
Listen, these women did a few good things last night. They brought light to 2025, right? Project 2025. That is so key, because if not, you risk it being like, oh, that's a conspiracy theory. Oh, no. So they pulled it out and said, no, let's go to school on this. So that was one. Number two, they said, DEI, stop it. That is the new N word.
Yes, sure did. You're right, Keith. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, they did. The white women said that.
So if you hear a politician saying it, it's a dog whistle. Make sure you don't vote for that mofo.
And they were saying, oh, they was cussing. They was like,
yes.
They was
okay, come on now. And the last thing was, they were like, that running mate of Donald Trump.
Oh, J.D. Vance. Childless cat women. Do they want to? They want to lose.
And it's fine with me. I want them to say childless cat women, DEI, and I want them to talk about Project 2025 all day.
Yes.
All the way till November.
And to piggyback on what Keela said, to all the MAGA cult members, the one that's probably, that I know some of y'all watch the show and don't say anything, but say your racism. Don't come in. You can jump in the chat room. You don't have to say DEI or CRT or woke. Say the N word with your full chest.
Right.
Say what you mean what you say. I ain't mad. Do it. I ain't offended. Just be true to who you are. But see, here's a couple things, Key. So all this time, people I've been talking about, and not just me, a lot of people have been talking about this for over a year, and it just kind of built up. But after Sunday, you all, I'm giving black women credit, and I know the white women, the scare and spook went to another level. But y'all spooked a lot of these folks that's behind Project 2025. I'm going to tell you why I'm saying this. Now, all this time, you were able literally to go to Project 2025 online, and they had a PDF right there on the website that you could download. Guess what's missing now? Guess what you can't go to that website and download?
Is that Heritage Foundation?
Yep. You can't go to try going to Project 2025. Look for that PDF and see if you can download it now. They took it down, Keith.
But it's too late, because once you let it out there,
y'all have got it. Y'all have screenshot it and printed it out.
You can find it somewhere else in case you need to read it and you don't believe. But
think about that, Key.
But that is telling,
and
because
the timing, because I didn't know.
Right.
I got wind. I was like, and then I said, damn, they pulled down.
Right. Ooh. Because they don't want to help you.
But for so long, Key, they didn't give a damn. They was like,
right. Well, because they expected people to look at it as either a conspiracy theory, like Project 2020. Nobody. They're making it up. It's not true, right? Because people don't read, right?
And you know what they say, what some of the racist stereotypes to say about black folk,
right.
If you want to hide something from a black person, put it in a book.
Put it in a book.
Once again, y'all fucked around and found out, because y'all put it in a book, 922 pages,
and we read it, and we studying it. Everybody is talking Project. Like I said, next week they've got
Joy Reid.
Yeah, okay. I didn't necessarily want to promote it on your show.
Oh, Joy's my girl. It's okay.
Okay,
She
but
coming on after me.
Joy Reid on her show starting Monday to Friday, every day, it will be Project 2025. And I am going to be watching like I am in school. Okay? All week. And I suggest you do too. Because that's what you do. You got to expose people, and that's what gets people to the polls. And I am so glad, Geno, that you stuck to it and kept mentioning it. When I remember after the BET Awards, when Taraji mentioned it, I shared.
You sure did.
On Facebook, I said, I know Taraji, but Geno has been mentioning this for over a year. Please follow him.
And I appreciate that. She sure did.
No, but it's because when you're in a silo, but it takes everybody.
Yep.
It takes a Geno. It takes a Taraji. And then it snowballs. And I am so glad it is just going down the hill like a snowball, building and building and building and building, because that's going to come crashing to the bottom. And the end result is going to be Madam
President-elect
Kamala. Thank you, Harris.
And to show you how spooked they got, Key, because this didn't have all this time, but I'm telling you, because when I woke up, in real time, I was seeing the numbers, but waking up, when you wake up Monday morning and they talking about it on the Today Show, and Savannah Guthrie with her problematic ass and all, and you know, Holt ain't as bad as Savannah Guthrie, but that's a whole nother, and Craig, well, that's a whole nother conversation too. But when they talking about it, because you know they ain't talking, you know,
right.
and no shade to Simone Biles, you know, there's only a handful
right.
of black folks that they'll talk about, because the Today Show really is appealing to that suburban white moms, so they ain't really dealing with the culture like that, but they had to deal with it.
No, you got to deal with it, and they're going to keep dealing with it, because Vice President Harris, that's going to be a part of her stump. You know, if you don't know, now you know.
But people got spooked. All of it, but you could tell the way the MAGA cult and Owen Hitler was reacting. But when I saw that, when they pulled down that PDF off their website for Project 2025, I'm like, damn, they are shook.
They don't want proof
Them
of
black
that.
Women, y'all, they are shook.
They don't want proof of that. They don't want proof of that. But it's too late. The cat's out the bag. JD Vance, speaking of cats, the cat, the childless cats are out the bag now. Yeah, I mean, it's too late. It's too late, because and people like you made it known so that other people were downloading it. And so because of that, you got to thank people like you, Geno, for being early on it, and other people being able to get access to it and copy it and download it. So now it don't matter that they took it down.
Well, listen, I want to thank just the women in general. And as always, black women are always leading the way. But to the MAGA cult, and I'm not speaking for women, especially black women, because I got a queen on the show, and she'll just put the icing on the cake. But to the MAGA cult and Owen Hitler and J.D. Vance and Stephen Millers and the Sebastian Gorkas and these dumbass anchors on Fox fake news, please continue to call Vice President, President-elect, soon-to-be Kamala Harris, a DEI. She's a DEI hire. She's DEI this. She slept her way into the position. Please,
the greatest hits.
Continue. Say it with your full chest. Create a PDF on your website. Keep getting on TV with your full chest like Hulk Hogan and rip your shirt off and have a tattoo. Kamala Harris, y'all call it Kamala, DEI. Please continue to do that, because what y'all don't know, what I know, the more you all do that, you see this black queen on, the more y'all do that, y'all just, and Key, I ain't speaking for you, you can speak for yourself, but that's just amping you all up that
Oh no,
much.
we are I call it activated. That's what I've been putting on all of my posts. White women activated. Black men activated.
Activate.
White women activated, black women activated, black men activated, and I better see sometime this week white men for Kamala Harris.
Oh wait, no key.
Because I'm seeing a lot.
It is. No, it's out. I didn't get a chance to talk because I heard it, but I thought it was a joke. But no, they got a flyer. I didn't get a chance to get it and send it to you. It might be tonight.
Okay,
White
well let's do it. Let's get it.
For Kamala Harris.
Let's get
And
it.
They say it's got like a baseball or trucker's cap, and
Yep, let's get it. Pacific Islanders, the Asian Islanders, all of that. Her other side of her family, because her mom,
from India.
Yes, from India. So all of that. We want everybody for Kamala.
Right. Even MAGA for Kamala. Y'all can have.
That's right.
Y'all can go ahead and have a Zoom.
Hey, I take it back.
Right.
I have sinned.
Wait, Key. It's like they go to the fourth Sunday. No, it's the first Sunday.
First
Black
Sunday.
Churches, when they open the doors and people join the church. And I can
communion.
The doors
open.
of President-elect Kamala Harris are open, and you can see them with the "Make America Great" hat. They got the hat on, and they walking up to the front of the church, and they throw the hat away. I'm sorry, Lord, forgive me. Forgive me. Racist
Bless
for Kamala.
me.
Racist
Bless
for
me, church, for I have sinned. I will never MAGA again.
Lord, please forgive me. On their knees crying. Oh, what? Lord, forgive. I did not know what I was doing.
Yeah. I mean, because honestly, that MAGA, that's some strong hate, Geno.
Yeah, it is, Keith.
Strong hate. And we're not about that. We going in, people making fun of Kamala's joyful laughter and her dancing. Let me tell you, that's how we should be. That's how we should be a happy country. We are living in the greatest country in the world. We should be dancing and we should be happy. I am voting for Kamala Harris for president, and I'm dropping my mic.
But Key, before you get out of here, because you were just talking about the videos and the memes, they're trying to make fun of her laugh and things with coconuts. But shout out to the Gen Zs. Shout out to the Aries and Alleys, because
they made it hip.
I was gonna say that F around and find out. They done flipped it, completely flipped it.
Yep,
and
completely
they are
flipped
activated.
It. Okay.
Under 30, Black, Hispanic, Brown, they are activated.
Yep.
Even the
we
Swifties,
are activated. That's our word, Geno. Activated.
I love that, Key. I'll invoice you. You can invoice me for that one. even Monday when we talked about it, Sunday I saw the hashtag like on social media, Swifties for Harris, without Taylor Swift telling them to do that.
Yep.
I said, oh, it's those young white women, like
That's
30,
right.
mid-30s and under.
Yep.
And you done
Beyonce, the Beehive.
You done took it, and told them that the government controls your body, that you can't, you don't have control over your body. We do. They was like, oh, hold that latte, partner. We ain't doing.
And now, if you don't have kids, you're barren, a cat lady.
Right. Childless.
So you can't win if you do, or you have kids, you don't have kids.
And
either way.
And you need to get married, but if your man, your husband is beating the shit out of you, well, you got to stay in the marriage.
Come on. It's ridiculous.
Get rid of no-fault divorce because it's too easy to get a divorce. You need to stay married.
It's ridiculous, but it's time. The clown show is over. The Donald Trump reality show, clown show has come to an end. And just like you and I both know, we work radio, television, we know. Sometimes it's time to say goodbye to a show and you got to cancel. And it's time to cancel Donald Trump.
Even good times came to an end.
That's right. Sorry.
Living single, even Blackish shows that we love Blackish. had a great run for about 7 years. It came.
It's time to go. It's time to take a
go.
bow, get on out. You've done it. You were the president. You're not getting back in there again over my dead body.
And as we used to say on the south and west side of Chicago, and I know they said up in the D, the jig is up.
The jig is up. Oh, speaking of jig, Geno, shout out to Snoop Dogg. He did the crip walk into the Olympics.
Oh, with the flame, yeah, because he was. Yeah. That's what I love about us, Key. We are gonna take who we are. We're gonna take the culture. We
Wherever
don't give a damn. We don't care about Paris. It could be the queen, the president. We're going to take us with us.
And it was so nice to see that. You know, Snoop was pimp walking into the Olympics. I said, go ahead,
Snoop.
Mr. Flame Bearer. That's how we do it. This is how we do it.
All right, listen, have a great weekend. Y'all keep working that Black woman magic. That's why, I always, it's just in my DNA. And you know that when we first met 30 years ago, and I attribute my grandmother and my mother, because especially my mother went through so much, and my grandmother was so strong. My grandfather he is my number one hero. But the women in my family had such a big influence, and they helped make me be a better man. And just seeing my mother overcome so much, and my grandmother was like the silent warrior. She carried everybody's burden in it. It affected her health because had she, I wish she would have been a little more selfish. She'd have lived another 30 years, but she just took so many years off her life because she carried everybody's burden, even people who weren't related to her. But seeing that kind of strength in terms of being a silent warrior, like Gene Jones, who I'm named after, and just seeing my mother overcome domestic violence and the alcoholism that was triggered by domestic violence and 43 surgeries, and to overcome all that, and he's still kicking at 80 years old. So that can't help but shape who you are. So I've always had that respect for Black women, but I've seen that, not just the racism, but the misogyny and the sexism that you all had to deal with, unfortunately, from men that look like me and look like you. And it always, even as a kid, that bothered me. So that's why I'm always and then being a girl dad, God really he fixed me. He's like, all right, pimp or die. How about you gonna have 2 daughters and all that shit's gonna end quick.
I'm gonna surround you with women.
Yes. So I was able to get that perspective, and I've just always been 10 toes down because I guess I've been able to see that struggle generational from my grandmother to my mother, and to the trials and tribulations that especially my sister, the one directly under me, Nanette, and my baby sister, she's had some challenges. So just to see that up close and personal. That's why I've always been and will continue to be, as the kids say, 10 toes down, standing on business when it comes to Black women. So I'm biased, but I don't make an apology for it. But I'm glad to see. Shout out to the white women that realized that, hey, listen, that your this made up construct, this made up bullshit of whiteness that I've been talking about on this show for nearly 4 years, shit was made up to divide folks, and you thought that would protect you from this misogyny and sexism and patriarchy, but when the shit hit the fan, they effed around and found out, and they say, wait a minute, wait, we being treated like Black women. Yeah.
You always were.
Say that part, Key. There you dropped the mic. Say that.
Yeah. You always were. And I'm so glad you're waking up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank
so glad
you,
you're waking up.
Have a great weekend. We will see you next. So when does the official doctorate studying and all that begin?
So next week I won't be here because it's family reunion, and
Where's it
how
gonna be
family
at?
reunion
Shout out to
is.
family reunion.
Baby, that's what I was on the phone about earlier.
Where's it
But
gonna be?
I say again.
Where's it going to be?
Oh no, we're gonna be here
Oh, in
in
Detroit. Oh,
Detroit.
it's gonna be
Yeah.
lit.
Yeah, starting with fish fry on Friday.
Are y'all gonna take over? So Shane Park is his legendary park right there on the
Oh
river.
yeah, no.
Y'all gonna take
We're
over
gonna
Shane
be further
Park?
out.
Oh, further.
We're gonna be yeah, we got too many family. We gotta spread out, and my family goes what they say, go big or go home. They take the bikes, the boats,
Damn, Key.
the games,
Y'all got a whole country.
oh no, it's volleyball, baseball, the beanbag toss. I mean, they come in
Key
crazy.
said her family reunion is so big that her family, they got their own flag.
Yeah, it's and it's kids everywhere.
They got their own
Kids
flag.
everywhere.
They got their own national anthem and everything. Do y'all
Everything.
have your own currency like Zamunda with somebody's face?
Baby, it's that kind of. So I'll be doing that this coming weekend. So I won't be here on Friday because we'll have our fish fry. But to your question about the doctoral studies, I start September 18th.
Okay. All right. Good deal. All right. Kelia Karson, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only, irreplaceable. I love you, Keith. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
You too, G.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me just do. Oh, there we go. I had to do that. Everybody, shout out. So many folks watching live. Of course, my mom is watching. Everybody else, when you're watching me live, please jump in the chat room. You can be part of the conversation and leave your comments in the comments section after the show. But please, if you got a question, a comment, you want to have a debate, we can do all that. If you're in the hair salon or the nail salon or the barber shop, or like I said, maybe you're in the airport at your gate waiting on a flight, watching it work, wherever you are. Jump in that chat room, say, hey, Geno, this is so-and-so, we're watching you, or maybe it's your birthday. So whatever it is, feel free to always jump in my chat room when I'm live on camera and spread the word. Tell everybody to subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. My goal, 1,000 new subscribers in the next 60 days. That will take me and my company, the Geno Jones Show and Geno Media LLC, to the next level so I can get that Club Shay. I want to get that big YouTube bag, if you know what I'm saying, bag of money. Get them YouTube checks. So spread the word and help my media company grow even larger. Thank you in advance, and thanks to all of my subscribers. Subscribe, share, screen grab, rip the video, chop it up, make it go viral. My Gen Zers chop up the little 30 seconds, 15 seconds, 60 seconds. Everybody else, you can chop up a minute or 2 minutes, or just chop the whole damn show. Share it on whatever platform, copy and paste the link and email it. You can share the show, you can tag the show, tag all your friends and followers, and share it on your page and everybody else's page. I appreciate you. All right, let's make, definitely, we had a great one. Every show in Monologue is great. Let's make this show go viral, because it was fire. Monday through Friday, you can catch me live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Subscribe, share, screen grab, like, comment, and binge watch all my back episodes, right? Shout out to Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. He is the CEO of Designer Cuts here in the Charleston, South Carolina Metro. Check him out on IG, on Instagram, Kel Be Cutting Up, KELBECUTTINUP. Allie Jones and Bruce Gage, the official wardrobe consultants and stylists for the Geno Jones Show. Allie Jones and her Lexi Jones collection. Check it out on IG, on Instagram, LX.N, like Nanette, CL_, LX.N, CL_. Bruce Gage, the Mario Uomo. Where's my Mario? It's not it. My Mario Uomo. This is a blaze of courtesy of Mario Uomo out of Chicago, and Flyball the store. He is the officially licensed Negro League baseball retailer, where you can get the official Flyball, which is the official Negro League gear, the hats. They have really nice sweaters. They have T-shirts. They have these varsity-style jacket sweaters. Dresses for the ladies, a Flyball the store is FLYBALLSTORE, flyballthestore.com, FLYBALLTHESTORE.com, and Miglio di Mario Uomo. Miglio di Mario Uomo is an Italian name. MIGLIODIMARIOUOMO. MIGLIODIMARIOUOMO. I'll see you live again. The next live edition of the Geno Jones Show is going to be Monday, 6:30 p.m. on the East Coast, 5:30 in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Have a great weekend. Binge watch this. If you missed any of this episode, binge watch this and all my back episodes with all my great guests from Lettucey and Mr. Isley, Mr. Big himself, Ronald Isley, and we got Kenny Lattimore conversation with October London. Let's see, Howard Hewitt, Kenny Lattimore, Lenny Williams, Roy Chip Anthony, Southern Soul fans, my man Melvin Riley, who's got a hot new single from Ready for the World. So many great conversations and so many fire monologues. So just make it a Geno Jones Show binge watch weekend. Thank you, everybody. I love you. Have a great weekend once again. And Monday, me and you, Monday afternoon, evening, wherever you are, 6:30 p.m. Eastern.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.